Hey, Clara. This is number 14. This was a Stump Uncle Chad question. I thought, well, at first I thought, well, there's infinite numbers of answers to X and Y, and so there's infinite numbers of answers to this, so it cannot be determined. But upon second reflection, I kept working at it, and I thought, oh man, okay. So let's look at this. So I believe anytime you have an equation of an x and y, and you have another, this is not an equation because there's no equal sign, but you have another expression. You have an expression in x and y, and they're related, right? If x and y are related in this way, what is the value of this relationship? Okay, so here's a little, what you can do is take this and rearrange it so that you have x in terms of y. In other words, solve for y. So you got your minus y equals minus 3x plus 12. Right? I subtracted x from both sides. Move it over there, as you'd say. And then multiply by minus 1 on both sides, and you'll have y equals 3x minus 12. Now, if you want to graph that and all that, you don't have to. So now I have this expression, and it's saying what is the value of this. This is a really cute little tricky question. So now I could replace y in this one with this term, and then I'd have only one variable here. So now, and like you say, if you have enough time, this is the same with me. I got the wrong answer at first. I was like, well, I got to move on in 1 minute. Well, there's infinite number of x's and y's here, so that your values could change. Infinite, cannot be determined. But now with enough time, I probably had to sleep on it. I didn't see it until, I did not see this right away. So then I have 2 to the, I'm replacing this y with this, because y is this stuff, mumbo jumbo, right? 3x minus 12. And then you have to know about your exponent rules, right? How do you divide? If I'm dividing by an exponent, then I'm multiplying by minus. Or there's 2 ways of looking at it. So this, I need to get the same base, right? So 2 to the third power is the same as 8 to the x, right? So I'm replacing 8 with 2 to the third. And we're still dividing by 2 to the 3x minus 12. So that simplifies it. So one more step would be 2 to the 3x, right? If I've got exponent to an exponent, I multiply them. And then now I have the same base, right? If you need to put this in brackets, if I have the same base and I'm dividing, then do you remember this? I subtract exponents. So I'd have 2 to the 3x minus 3x minus 12. So I'd wind up with 3x minus 3x, and minus a minus be positive. I'd wind up with, well, I'll go one more step. 2 to the 3x minus 3x plus 12. So that gives me 2 to the 3x minus 3x, 0, 2 to the 12th. So if I put in x and y according to this, even though the x and y, like I say here, you got an equation, so you can get all these ordered pairs, these points, right? If I put in a 0 for x, what do I get for y, right? Minus 12. If I put in a 1 for x, I can get infinite number of ordered pairs from this relationship, from this equation. So 1 and minus 9. And no matter what of these I put in there, 2 minus 6, right? Or minus 10, it doesn't matter. If I put in minus 10, I'd get minus 30, minus 4, minus 42. You know, I can get all these ordered pairs, all these points, all these, yeah, ordered pairs, x comma y. And if I put this x and this y in here, you can double check it if you want to. You're always going to get this will come out, this relationship will come out to 2 to the 12th. I think that answer was on there. So wow, this was the most interesting one, I think, of all the problems you gave me. So some problems, let's just go over these 4, and some problems I consider this to be a real straightforward problem, because and there's a lot of these that are just linear equations, right? So you know, like you almost, maybe this time you took it yesterday, you probably maxed out the verbal score, and you know, you have enough experience to know that there's a difference between a 500 score, 600 score, 700 score, and then you were getting on up into almost perfect score, right? Same thing with the math. You get to a certain level, say maybe you're wanting to get a 600 or something. That does give an idea. It gives a university an idea of, you know, how much math you've taken, how well it clicks with you, all that good stuff. These guys, you can totally do this. You can study this more, and you can do these type of problems pretty quickly, right? Understand, oh, there's my start point, there's my rate. I know what these variables mean, right? This is the same kind of problem, right? Straight line, slope, point, slope, find the points. This is a straightforward, the number 13, straightforward. I mean, it's weird and it's strange, and maybe you need more practice. Oh, and I didn't ever solve this one. This video is too long. You know, this is pretty straightforward. But then these, like this, to get these all correct, these are pretty tricky, and I'm sure a good ACT teacher could go through these and say, this is my mess here. I was like, what? Oh man, oh, okay, I need to approach this differently. So see, I would not have maxed this math part because I'm not practiced enough, you know, I'm not practicing to take the SAT, so I'm not going through these little tricky problems, right? So I'm a little rusty on this, but this is a pretty tricky question. This is like that next level, I think. So, well, thanks for including me on your SAT. This is not ACT, I forgot. But anyways, including me on this because this is pretty crazy. I don't encounter problems like this very often, so that was a real brain teaser. All right, I hope that helped, Clara. And just thinking about, hey, I don't need to be perfect on the math. I'm gonna be an English major. Go and try to find math classes that are fun in college, you know. And this next year, you'll be taking whatever, Algebra 2 or Pre-Calculus or however y'all do math, and you'll get a lot more practice, and you'll practice. And if you really want to get a higher ACT score, you'll get it. And I hope you did great yesterday. All right, thanks, Claire. This is all the videos for now.